Yeah, quite a few video. Who do people say you are? What will they say when you are not there? Will your family be proud of your image? Will your family proud of it? Sorry, will your family be proud of your image on them? What should you remembered for? These questions resonate with you. Welcome to today's topic, and it's today's topic for you. Today we're discussing the topic better than money. Better than money. The theme is a good name. A good name. A good name. So just welcome everyone across all platforms. Thank you, Nicholas. Thank you, Daniel. Just welcome everyone. Over 46,000 on TikTok. We appreciate you guys. Over 1,005 on YouTube. Very much appreciated of you. Over 14,000 on Facebook. You're very much appreciated. Over 10,000 on Instagram. You're all welcome. Those that are watching from LinkedIn and any other place you're watching from, we very much appreciate you guys. We do this every Sunday, UK time, 7 p.m. We're just behind today because I'm not currently in the UK. I think I'm in China to be precise. Not I think I'm in China to be precise. So just trying to get a hold of how to make things work over here. It's eating up into my time and plus other schedules I've had. But anyways, thank you, live, and I hope let us know where you're joining us from. Well, once you join in, let us know where you're joining us from. Okay, big thank you to everyone again. Before we go straight into it, just encourage you guys to please share this live stream so that others can be a part of it. Don't forget to follow this page, follow me, so you never miss any future sessions, and turn on your notification button so that you can get to know when we go live, and if there's any other thing that you want to be a part of, that'd be very much appreciated. So try and, if you like what you're hearing, please tap on the screen. It will help the algorithm recommend this channel to more people, and also just to show more like an appreciation that you like what you're hearing, and it's a blessing to you or one thing or the other. Okay, so let's get us up to 10,000 likes, or as many likes as possible, right? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay, so don't forget, if you're looking, I have my free ebook on my bio. You click on my bio, you can find my free ebook. You click on there's a free one, there's a paid one. Okay, so anyone you want, you can find it there. Okay, a free one and a paid one. If you want to have a chat with me for 10 minutes, free, personal guidance, business related, send me a DM, and we can sort that out, right? If you want to join our community of like minds, do the same thing too. So, my book, The Migration Mirage, we're working on it. If you want us to add it to the playlist, so to the watch list, send us a DM as well, and you'll be added as well. Okay. Okay. So yes, remember that this live stream is sponsored by The Hair You Love, also by D610 Homes, and by the Love Family Podcast. Okay. So do well to follow their page and check out their services and work with them. Okay. So the whole aim of why we do this every Sunday, 7 p.m. UK time, is to stir up a dissatisfaction in your spirit man. So awaken the possibilities, the potentials, the things that are in you that you have not yet achieved. And that's the whole idea of doing this. It's just also the drive, because the little things that Christ has done in my life, I'm here to provide guidance in any way I can, guidance that I desperately needed many years back, but I never got. It was more like me talking to my 15-year-old self. We'll talk about that today, next one. more like talking to my 5-year-old self, my 10-year-old self, my 15-year-old self, whatever it is. Those are things I'll be sharing today. And I hope that, and I bear in mind as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself. So, because I'm still a work in progress. It's just that we're just here to learn from each other, okay? So last week we talked about how choices shape your today. Today we're going to be talking about how to make sure your name isn't left behind. Last week we discussed how our choices decide what becomes reality. Today we'll be talking about owning your reputation because money without a good name is just a target on your back. All right. So today's topic, like we discussed earlier, is better than money. Better than money. Better than money. And the theme is a good name. A good name. So that's one. We'll touch more on that. Better than money, that's the topic, and the theme is a good name. We live in a world that worships currency, worships what? Money. But I want you I want to take you to a place where money loses its voice. The question is, what if you had every dollar you ever wanted, but your name was nothing to write home about, or your name is something that people are not pleased with? Forget the moment or forgotten the moment you turn back. In other words, it's just to say that you have all the money you can think of, but people have no regard for you personally, or people, whenever they hear your name, they are not happy with it, they're not pleased, or they forget you in an instance. Yes, but you have all the money you can think of. So yes, money is a tool. Money has its purpose, has its place, but a tool without a name attached to honor is just a weapon waiting to backfire. So a good name will do for you what gold can never do. Can never do. Let me share. So this I'm going to share you. I'll make you understand that. Thank you, Collins. Money can buy you an applause, but a good name buys you respect. So there are two different things. Respect, value, and honor. So the moment you see, when people applaud you for something, it's short-lived. But once that thing that is keeping them there, let's say for instance, is a check, or they're waiting for you to get money from you, or their minds on the money, or when that clap stops, you know, respect. Respect doesn't need a crowd. That's a different thing about it. When someone that has a lot of value, or someone that is intentional about the name he keeps himself, that respect will follow that person, even in an empty room. Respect the person who's having that respect. So you walk into a room with no matter how much money you have, you get all the attention. But a good name gets your trust for a lifetime. So this is just putting emphasis on the importance of having a good name over having money. So let me tell you what's better than money. We talked about it on the title of today. A name so powerful that people begin to want to see you win, even when you are not in the room. Even when you're not in the room, that's one thing about it. What do the people say you are? Like when you're not in that room, what do people have to say about you? That's what makes a whole lot of difference. Your character will take you where money cannot take you. These are the words of Miles Monroe. Your character will take you where cash cannot take you. Your character will open doors for you where money cannot take. Even if you have the money won't take you there. But your character will do that. Another point I want us to bear in mind as we start this off is that money can open doors, yes. A good name keeps them open. Money can open doors, but a good name keeps them open. Anyone with cash can rent access, but access is not it's not everything you need in life. A good name gets the door shown to you. Sorry, a bad name gets you to be shown the door. A good name gets you invited back, even when. So how do you put it? A good name gets you invited back before you even leave. So this is just to say that we should be very interested in the image that we have. So it could be your family, it could be a business, it could be a community. Your name is your silent partner. Even every promise you break, every corner you cut, that partner is weakening by the day. Thank you very much, Peter. Oh, thank you very much, Peter. So something that's better than money, the kind of reputation where people say, I don't need your this is just to say that there are some people that you work with so much that you don't even need to have a contract with them because you know that their word will always be their bond. That is it. A good name is very profound and it can take you a whole lot of things. So money lives with you, a good name stays behind. So this is just to say when people have a name that people are not proud of, once that money that they have sees or then they know more, that everything goes up. But someone that has a good name, that relationship will that name will keep speaking for them even when they are no more. When you exit this earth, I pray that we all exit in the right way. Your every money you have, every penny you have will be spent, especially if you have a love and you leave it for your loved one. Your last possessions will be sold. Some people's possession, like when people when people pass away, their loved ones, if they don't have value for them, so everything can go. What happens to your name is what's the most important. Will it rot or will it rise? Your children will inherit your money and spend it in a decade. That is up. Research has shown that if they're not well trained, or they will inherit your good name and walk through the door for 50 years. These are two different things. So for someone that doesn't have a good name, for you not to have a good name, likely you not bring up those children in the right way. But for someone that has a good name, there'll be values and things that have been added onto those children, that no matter what assets or things that were left for them, they know how to continue from where their parents stopped. But someone that did not give attention to his reputation, his name, might likely not train up his children in a way that they can be able to manage whatever assets or everything get for them. A name that becomes a password for your grandchildren, that's a good name. A name that becomes a password for them too. So there are people that I remember speaking to a guy in my country. It's called Joshua Ghana. His father is Jeremiah Ghana, like very long time ago, And he said to me, one of the best things my father ever left for me is a good name. I said, well, yes. He said, yes. That in fact, I might not have left a lot of money, billions of dollars, and what have you for him, but the father left for him. And there are some places that you go to, and once he just mentions the name of his father, oh, that's your dad. Oh, wow. The door opens up and they help him out and they sort things out. So what is the long and short of everything I'm trying to say today, if you don't remember anything, is that be intentional about the kind of image and the personality that you're building, because it speaks even when you are no more. And it's something that your generations after you will be proud of or will be disgusted about. Okay? So money attracts fair weather friends, a good name attracts loyalty, right? Money can be stolen, but a good name can only be surrendered. That is to say that money can be stolen, but no matter what it is, an uncrashable asset is a good name. A fortune that no recession touches and no robber can what? Reach. So no matter what happens, your good name will always be your good name. No matter what they do to you, whether they turn you down, upside down, shake you, everything, they are still who you are. But that money can go. So in order to say that, don't give attention, don't give emphasis to that money because it can lose its value. So as we wrap this introductory part, money is just paper, just numbers. A good name is legacy and is weight. So let's bear that in mind and as we progress in this. So remember that we're talking about better than money. That thing that is better than money is our theme, a good name. So that's by definition is anything that holds enduring value beyond purchasing power. Assets that cannot be taxed, stolen, or inflated away. This includes reputation. Better than money is what? Reputation. Better than money is integrity. Better than money is peace of mind. Better than money is good use of value, purpose, and the respect for those you love. That's the definition of better than money. Okay. Other ways to define it is that things not measured in currency, like a good name, provided remember I talked about an uncrashable asset. In other words, it can't lose value, and it has long-term benefits over material wealth. All right. So, in one sentence, better than money is what makes money have worth. What makes money worth having? Better than money is what makes money worth having. So I try to define the term a good name. A good name is the collective memory others carry of your character, consistency, or honor. It's not what you call yourself, but what people safely say about you when you are not in the room. A good name is a good reputation, character, integrity, and public respect earned through honest actions. Mark that word. True, honest actions. All right? So, in one sentence, a good name is the quiet currency that outlasts every bank statement. So, this title and the theme was drafted or sourced from the Bible in Proverbs chapter 22, verse 1. It says, a good name is more desirable than riches. And don't forget that scripture. A good name is more desirable than riches. And it says, to be esteemed is better than silver or gold. Proverbs 22, verse 1. William Shakespeare was once quoted to have said, good name in man and woman, dear my lord, is the immediate jewel of their souls. Who steals my purse steals trash, but he that flinches from me robs me of which not enriches him and makes more indeed. Profound quote from William Shakespeare. George Washington was once quoted to have said, associate with men of good quality if you esteem your own reputation, for it is better to be alone than in a bad company. That's a very nice word to keep. As we're in China, we'll consider a Chinese proverb. It says, a good name is better than a good face. A good name is better than a good face. This proverb teaches us that a reputation built on character is more valuable than what? Superficial physical beauty. A good name is better than what? A good face. So as we wrap this section, whether you call it a good name or reputation, the message is universal. The true wealth isn't just in what you have, but it's in who you are. Your good name is a legacy you build daily, and the ultimate fortune that no one can take from you. So we're going to discuss this. Thank you, Daniel. Reasons why people chase money at all costs while disregarding a good name. People know this. You're listening to me, everyone listen to it. They know the importance of having a good name. But why do they disregard it? It's important I will touch it. It's not to judge anyone, but when I will touch on it. People disregard a good name because of what? Money is immediate. Money provides immediately tangible relief. A good name takes decades to build. It takes a while to build a good name. Money can solve some things instantly, like hunger, rent, medical bills, debts. Today, it can do that today. But when people are going through a challenge, let's say they're drowning, the nearest thing they can think of is what? Clinging to life. And whatever they can do, their hand finds to do, they will end up doing it. So money feels real. Reputation or trying to build a good name feels abstract. They can care less. They just focus on what they need to do just to survive. Those are one of the reasons, because they feel like money can solve some things for them. Another thing is because society measures success by visible wealth. People look at cars, houses, watches, vacations, and trophies. Those are things people are looking about. So people pursue what gets applause now. That's what they're more interested in. That thing that gives their attention, what people are going to regard them for. They pursue those things now. And instead of a good name looks to them like it is an invincible thing. A good name is not trendy. A good name is not what they might be happy to be proud of. So they trade honor for what? Attention. It's important that we bear those in mind. Another thing why people do that is what? Short-term thinking over long-term legacy. So humans are wired for immediate reward. All they think about is this. Thank you very much, Tom. Humans are wired for immediate reward. Money delivers dopamine fast. They get it. Or integrity delivers results slowly. So it takes a lot of time. Thank you, Peter. Integrity takes a little while. In a culture that glorifies instant gratification, delayed gratification is not what people want to hear. So a good name feels like they are losing the race. They are more interested in microwave. I put it in 5 minutes, it's out. How do I get that out? We're talking about to young people about it or to people about it. They're like, you're wasting my time. You're not speaking the language over here. Thank you, Tom. Another reason why they do that, they will rather give attention to money over a good name. Fear of poverty outweighs the fear of shame. For many, the honor of because they don't want to be broke, they don't want to be homeless, they're unable to provide for their family. It's greater. That fear is greater for them than being dishonest. The fear of all these things is more important for them than being dishonest. So they rationalize that I'd rather be rich now, and people can than to be criticized for being poor or no have no respect. So survival instinct overrides the value for honor in them. So those are the things. Next thing is what they believe money can later buy a good name. That's another thing that people think. They think, which is a dangerous illusion. I'll get rich first, then clean up my reputation. People think that through philanthropy or donations or PR consultation that can erase some things. No, but a good name once shattered rarely glues back together. You may gamble with that lie if you're thinking that, oh, let me get the money first and I can sort it out and I give all the money to the real. It's not going to work that way. People chase money over a good name, not because they are evil, no, but because they are afraid, they are impatient, and they are misled. So I hope this awakens your thoughts to pursue a good name before it's too late. All right? So as we discussed this, I remember one thing that my lecturers once said when we were in university. Said trust is earned. It cannot be bought. I want to touch a little on that. Trust is earned, it cannot be bought. So it's better that we have these core principles in our mind as we pursue whatever we do, be it in our career, be it in our family, be it in our pastoral life, be it in your relationship with other people. Bear in mind that trust is earned, it cannot be bought. So you need to work on building your trust or relationship with people, because no matter how much money you have, you can never gain their trust. Okay? People have the illusion that influence or connection can be purchased. That's not true. I hope that these three. Sorry, guys. Oh God, sorry, man. I don't know. My camera toppled over. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Thank you. Sorry. Sorry, guys. My camera fell over. Okay. Thank you very much. We're back on. Okay. Yeah, people have this illusion or this thought that influence or connection can be purchased. So I hope that these three non-negotiable pillars will show to you or to them how trust actually works. All right. Trust is a deposit, not a gift. You can't ask for it, demand for it, or buy it, no matter what you do. Every honest interaction, every kept promise, every transparent action is a deposit. It's a deposit. So let's bear that in mind. Over time, these deposits accumulate into a good name that no one can take away from you. All right? Next thing to think about, remember that the first word is that trust is a deposit. Next one is consistency is the craftsman. So, so in a chaotic and fast-paced world, people may follow money, but they trust predictability. A history of steady, reliable behavior becomes your most valuable currency. So it's not just good to be trustworthy. It's good to be consistent about your trustworthiness. So you need to have been seen over time to be consistent in your character. People now, those things now build respect that people have over you. It's not that you are trustworthy today, and another 1 week you are no more trustworthy, another 2 weeks you are no more. No. Don't get me wrong, people make mistakes here and there. But the point is that it needs to be seen, you need to be seen to be consistent in your character. Then people that cannot trust you, whatever they're doing. Okay? Right. Trust is the test. Transparency is the test. Thank you, Otto. Transparency. Yes, thank you very much. Transparency is the test. Now, the author, Eric Hoffer, an American moral and social philosopher, captured the ultimate standard. He noted that before money or property, a man like J.P. Morgan considered a person's character as the foundation of all business. Transparency is a trust. It's not easy, but it's a challenge for each and every one of us. No matter what you're doing with your family, your workplace, and everything, be seen to be transparent in what you're doing. I know it's not an easy ask, but let's try as much as possible to be transparent. When we are transparent to our spouse, to our work colleagues, to people that work with, trust is being built. But when you have things that you are trying to keep to yourself or trying to be dodgy about or trying to hide about, you begin to create doubt, and that doubt affects a whole lot of things. It's a seed that if you don't checkmate also, it can go wrong. All right. So to be that we just touched on the point that trust is earned, it cannot be bought. And I just said that trust is a deposit and not a gift. Consistency is very paramount. Transparency is the true test. So you need to bear in mind that trust is a deposit. Bear in mind that you need to be consistent to be trusted. Bear in mind that you need to be transparent to be trusted. Those three things will help us to build that trust. Because when you lose someone's trust, you cannot just automatically buy a gift and automatically that person will just start. I said, no, it's not going to work that way. You have to start all over again to build it. Some people might not even give you a chance to come back again to end your to end to some people are not interested in ending your trust anymore. It's important that if we value people very well, let us be mindful of our relationship with them so that we don't lose that trust. Okay. The next thing we're going to talk about is how to build this better than money asset. Thank you very much, Afafa. A good name or self or this I did like a workbook and I hope that you guys like this or learn from it. Okay. So this should take you about 10 to 8 to 10 minutes, depending on how you do it. But just pay attention. If you want me to send this to you, send me a DM and I can send it to you. Or you can pause this part of this session, rewind it, and maybe write it down, or you can put your phone and you can record the notes and you can turn it into text and you can make use of it. So what you will need to do this is a pen and paper. You can use your phone and about 10 minutes of being very honest to yourself. Okay. So this is like a workbook. So this is part one of it. It's just a mirror test. It should take you about 2 minutes. And it's how you answer yes or no and don't give no excuses. It will help you. So you ask yourself this question: would my closest friend trust me with their deepest secrets? Is that yes or no? Have I ever broken a promise in the last 6 months? Yes or no? Do people feel safe saying my name in a room I'm not in? I take that one again. Do people feel safe saying my name in a room I'm not in? The answer is yes or no. Have I cut a moral corner to save money or time? The answer is yes or no. Does my family feel proud when they introduce me? The answer is yes or no. So if your score was if you got up to 4 to 5 years as your answer, your name is strong. Protect it. If you got just 3 yeses to the answer, your name is fragile. One bad decision could tip it. If you got 0 to 2 yeses, your name is bleeding. You need time to rebuild it. You need to work on that, whatever it is, to build those relationships, to build that character, to build that name, so people can trust you, and you can trust yourself, and people can trust you. So the second part of this workbook is what 3 hard questions. It should take you about 3 minutes to do. Write one honest sentence for each of these. Okay. What is one thing people have said about me behind my back that I know is true? What is one thing that people have said about me behind my back that I know is true? Write that down. Remember that you can pause this video. If you want to watch this video again, you'll go on YouTube, type my name, Onyekwelu -ILOGE, click on live, scroll down, you should be able to find today's topic. The video is today's topic will be titled Better Than Money. Okay, so you can fast forward to the workbook area and you can get this workbook and it will help you. It helps me as well. So the first question is, what is one thing people have said about me behind my back that I know is true? Write that thing down. Okay, it will help you. Second question is, what would I change about my reputation? I had no fear of judgment or loss. What would I change about my reputation if I had no fear of judgment or loss? What's that one thing? Write it down. The third thing is, if I die today, what is one word I won't crave next to my, well, I won't carve next to my name? What is one, if I die today, what is one word I won't carve next to my name? And what is one word that I will actually be carved? So, in other words, what is that thing that you don't want them to put on your tombstone? And what is that thing that you'd love them to put there? So write the one you want, write the one that you don't want. All these things are just reality check on our personalities, on our integrity, on our character, on our name, and it will help us. If you're being honest to yourself, nobody's asking you to submit it. It's just like a wake-up call for each and every one of us, for me, myself, and for every one of you. So the third part is accountability ritual. This should take you about 3 minutes. Choose one action from this list below. Do it within 24 hours. All right? It's entirely up to you. Nobody's forcing you. It's a choice. Call or text one person you have wronged and apologize without excuses. Okay? That's one. Call or text one person you have wronged or you've offended. Apologize without what? Excuses. Okay? The next one is write down one promise you've broken. Make a plan to fulfill it or to compensate for it. So you could have promised somebody something, but you broke that promise. Make a plan to fulfill it or compensate for it. I encourage you to do this in the next 24 hours. It will go a long way. Next point is what? Ask a trusted mentor, a family member. What is one way my name could improve? And listen without what? Defending. What is one, sir? Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that, Julia. What is one name that my name could be improved? And listen to it without what? Defending. Okay? That's one thing that we can do in the next 24 hours. Look for somebody that you can talk to and ask them any of this. The next thing is to identify one habit that hurts your reputation. Identify one habit that hurts your reputation. It could either be gossip, lateness, or exaggeration. Replace it in the next 7 days. Replace it in the next 7 days, and that will go a long way in having a good name. So the next part is what? A legacy statement. That should take about 2 minutes. Legacy statement take about 2 minutes. Okay? So complete this sentence. Starting today, I want my name to be remembered as someone who, you cannot write it. What's that? What is that thing that you want your name to be I want my name to be remembered as someone who did what? You did this. Write that thing down. It's up to you. Then read it out loud to yourself. And read it to other people before you sleep. You can read it to your spouse. You can read it to your children. You can read it to a colleague of yours, whatever it is. But just do something. All right? That in itself is a legacy system. It also challenges you when you do it to the spouse. Makes a whole lot of difference. Okay? Okay. So a bonus thing to do is that every Sunday before, sorry, maybe we can leave this out, but just do those ones. And if you missed out on this, you can also check back on my page, and you can find this video, and you can, what's it called? You can rewind it and get this work. It should help you. Okay? Thing you leave behind that no one steal. You know, I said this before. I'll say it again. So guard it, grow it, and never trade it for a check. You know. So as we wrap this up, these are 5 practical ways you can improve your name. Trusting, these are 5 practical ways. I want to take this very quickly. So conduct an audit. We've talked about it. A name audit. Listen for echoes. So this week, ask people, your friends, your colleagues, ask them a question. What is one word you would use to describe me when I'm not there? We talked about it. Your name is a true value, that of what people say in your absence. When you are not there, what people say about you are not there is a true reflection of who you are. So it's very, very important that we bear those in mind. Okay? So you're not here to defend what your colleague tells you. No, that's not what I'm saying. Don't defend it, just write those things down and begin to work on them if you are interested in developing yourself and your name. Okay? The next thing to do is clear one debt. I talked about it in the workbook. do that again to help you. Clear one debt. For one person you have offended, talked about it already, clear that debt. It will go a long way. The next thing to do is what? Create a promise log. I know it's not easy to keep to promises, but sometimes if you don't challenge yourself, and you keep saying no one is perfect, you keep making a lot of mistakes. I like how the Bible puts it. The Bible says, "Be ye holy, for I am holy." That is God calling you on to say, it's possible for you to live a good life, live a perfect life. So I'm calling you forward towards perfection. So the word holiness is not to say that we're going to arrive at a moment where you don't make no mistakes. But the word be ye holy is, for me, I see it like you need to keep striving to keep getting better. That's how I see it. And that's the moment you say, oh, you feel like you have arrived, that's when you start depreciating. Or you start applauding yourself for what you did well. No, you need to keep pushing yourself. So write a promise log. For 30 days, write down every promise you make, big or small, including promises to yourself. Each night, check off on what you have kept. Anything that gets a deadline makes a whole lot of difference. So a good name is built on kept promises. So when you keep to people's promises, it makes a whole lot of difference in it. Another thing to do is add value before you ask for anything. For the next 30 days or 90 days, whenever you enter a room, your only goal is to give first, share resource, offer help, connect with two people, compliment publicly, never lead with what can I get. Try to be selfless. I know we live in a world where people are more think about themselves, me, myself, and I. But this is me challenging you to do things in a different way, to challenge you to come up to another level. Most people that have made it in life, most people that have a good name, most people that their names still speak even when they're no more, they're focused on doing things for others. Check it. When you go all around, you talk about Mother Teresa, talk about Mary Slessor, talk about Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King, name them. Those people were more interested in other people than themselves. That's how we talk about them today. Me and you are talking about them. They're more interested in impacting people's life and being a blessing to them. So next thing to do is what? Define your legacy tree. Define those things. Some people are not cautious about legacy. So my encouragement is that you need to be mindful of what you leave behind. Maybe if you watch this life, you heard me say it over and over again. There's some names that when you hear, you think of something good. And some names are when you hear, you think of evil they committed. Where do you want to be on the divide? Define your legacy tree. Define it. So if you don't define it, you're not going to do anything about it. Okay? So another thing I want to say to you guys is subject your thoughts to the instructions of the Bible. If you've never read the Bible before, I highly recommend that you read the Bible. When you're reading the Bible, you're not there to argue with the Bible or trying to justify why you should not do this or not do that. No. I said to give what you see in the Bible, just do it. Subject yourself to that. Those instructions. It makes a whole lot of difference. And Bible tells you things like, I know so many things. Don't let the sun go down on your anger. It looks very, very, just like a small light. Don't let the sun go down on your anger. For instance, now, that is to say, that my understanding of that scripture is to say that no matter how offended you are, don't let that anger go into the next day. So find a way to end that offense that day. You get it? So it's not an easy task to do, but once you subject yourself to those instructions of scripture, it makes your life a lot better. It makes you become enviable. It gives you a good name. It makes people want to deal with you. People do relate with you without even they can sleep because they know that you're going to deliver on the things you said, or your name. Once your name is mentioned, they have that peace of mind. So the Bible instructs in ways that transforms your life and makes you also please the Master, your Creator, your Maker. All right, that's my encouragement. If you never read the Bible, start from the book of John in the New Testament. Following the life of Jesus Christ, reading about him, trying to do the things he does will make your life an amazing life. A life that is sought after, a life that people want to be like, all right? And the reality is that there's a life after this earth. When people die, one question I always say to people, what happens to people when they die? Even if you can argue everything you want to argue about, one question that I'll leave with you today is, when people die, what happens to them? If you don't know, check on my profile. You can find a video. I have a video I did called "What Happens When People Die." That can help you, especially on my social media, TikTok, Facebook, or whatever. So just keep scrolling, you'll find it. Okay. Okay. Next thing I want to encourage you to do is read books. Read books. You can build a good name by or learn how to build a good name by reading books. It can help you. You know, you know how to talk to people, know how to communicate with people, know how to keep promises, know how to relate to people. Books, those things. You can also get inspiration from watching movies. Sometimes when you see the negative sides of things that happen to people when they are more interested in money, it can also challenge you to say, no, I don't want my life to be like that. Movies can show you some of the advantages and disadvantages of having a good name or not pursuing a good name. Watch movies. Then get a mentor. We talked about it earlier. Mentor makes a whole lot of difference. Someone that you can accountable to, someone that you can talk to about those concerns or what have you. Right? So as we wrap this up, be intentional about it. Be intentional about it. Something you're not intentional about, be intentional about having a good name. If you can put it on a piece of paper and write it up on the wall, it will go a long way in making you be mindful of that, having something that is more than money, which in this case is a good name. Okay? So you cannot buy a good name, bear that in mind, but you can build it. Okay? One kept promise, one apology, one generosity, one generous act at a time. When you start today, your grandchildren will say thank you for that legacy or that name that you built for them. So today is not just about discussing a concept of, no, I'm inviting you to make a revolutionary switch from chasing currency, money, to curating character. That's all that I'm trying to do today. So the one who walks this path builds something no thief can touch and no market can crash your good name. An unshakable good name is what you get if you go by this. Thank you, Wolf, and thank you, Rodney. So yes, guys, I hope we learned a thing or two as we bring this to a close. If you have any thoughts, I'll just put a link. If anybody wants to come and share a thought, I'll just put a link on the chat as we wrap this up. But if 1 minute, so I'm just trying to see if I can post it up. I hope we learned a thing or two. Please let me know if you want to share a thing or two. I don't know if everyone can still see me streaming also. Click on the link. I can add you on the live. Otherwise, you can put it. You can wrap this up. Thank you to everyone that's watching both on Facebook and on TikTok and on YouTube. I'm gonna see you guys. Thank you very much, and thank you very much. All right. Let me know your thoughts if you want to. Let's wrap this up. Okay. I posted on where. Let's go with the link. I should wrap this up and bring it to an end. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for your kind words. Thank you for always being here. Very much appreciated. Okay. Yes, yo. If you like what we're doing, please share this live stream so other people can be a part of it. Share this live stream so other people can be a part of it. Okay. Share this live stream so other people can be a part. Write your biggest takeaways so people can learn from it. The biggest takeaways so people can learn from it. And yes, I'm just going to read this comments. Okay, bring this to a close. My time is very much spent with my time. All right. Okay, this is Daniel Loverick says, "God bless you, sir." And he says, "How are you?" Thank you very much, Dad. I'm doing great. Nicholas B. Henderson says, "Go ahead, sir." Thank you very much. Thank you. Desmond Adio says, Can money bring complete peace to people's lives? I hope that you watched from the top of the video to now, or top of today's stream tonight. You should be able to answer that question by now. So money has its place as a tool, but there's something more than money, which is a good name. A good name will give you peace, all right? Colin says, Colin Ascenso says yes. Peter Akiena says, I think honest work brings a person a good name. Yes, that's correct. And he went on to say, you have confidence in yourself and move forward honestly. That's correct. Absolutely. Thank you, Peter, for those kind words. Jack Jill W. Mark gave a like emoji. Sorry, a fire emoji. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate what you did. And Daniel Loverick says right and an emoji. Thank you very much, sir. Tom Zima says humanity develops through work. How do we organize our lives? Brother, tell us something about this. Humanity develops through work. How do we organize our lives? How do we organize our lives? Maybe Tom, if you can send a more what's it called? You can elaborate more on this so I can better understand your question because it's a very broad aspect. So how do you organize our lives? It depends on different aspects of your life. So it would be nice if you can elaborate more on that. Okay. Peter, you can also send a DM if this live stream ends. Peter Kiena says, absolutely correct, and a fire emoji. Thank you very much, sir. Tom Zima gives sends a thumbs up. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Otto Freddy says, what can I do to spread appreciation for good work? How can I organize my life with confidence? What can I do to spread appreciation for good work? If I understand you very well, what you're trying to say is that is it your work or you're trying to commend somebody for the good work they did? If you're trying to commend somebody for the good work they did, it's just to tell them straight away that you like what they did. If you want people to applaud you for what you have done, you can talk about what you've done and people can applaud you. But most times when you do something good, people recognize it pretty well and they show you that appreciation. I says, how can I organize my life with confidence? It would be nice to know what aspect of your life that you want to organize. Then you send me a DM, we'll have a conversation about it. But your life is a lot. So it depends on what aspect. It'd be nice to know what aspect of your life that you want to organize so we can have a chat about it. Okay? But thank you for your questions, Otto Freddy. Very much appreciated. Afafa says, posted, how to work honestly and organize your life without being greedy for money. Thank you very much for those kind words. Yes, we need to organize our life without being greedy. Thank you. Afafa sent another emoji. Jeffrey L. Yanis says you are right. Thank you very much, sir. Very much appreciated. Julia Akyam Poma. Thank you very much. She says, hello, sir. I like your live stream videos a lot and they are very useful for my life. Very much appreciated. Thank you very much. Please share this so more people can be a part of it. You can also share the stream, even if it's finished, so more people can watch this later. Jeffrey Elian sends a love emoji. Thank you very much, sir. Rodney O. Marlowe says, yes, we will definitely be aware, and your examples are very good. Thank you very much. They're very much appreciated. Wolfer Leo says, wow. Thank you very much for that. Rodney O. Marlowe sends, what I call it, an emoji. Thank you very much. Julia Akiyam Poma says, I listened to your words very carefully. I felt very good. I have no words to describe it. It's amazing. Thank you very much, dear. Very much appreciated. Trehem Bavembe 2695 says, greetings, sir. Sorry I had a bad network. I couldn't join on time. Your consistency is the biggest takeaways I've always thought. Consistency is next to none. Thanks for always impacting. God bless you. Thank you very much, member. Yeah, we'll try our best. Thank you very much, and we appreciate your kind words. I will keep it's encouraging and keep pushing up. Just knowing the fully well that you guys are there and there's somebody there to learn a thing or two, or even if you watch this later, is enough push. And also because, like I said, these are things I wish that people told me back in the days when I needed it. So I'm just here to That understanding is why I feel that we need to keep doing this so more people can be a blessing to us. Okay? Thank you very much for your time. I know you guys learned a thing or two. We very much appreciate it. God always bless you for this. Please share this to more people so they can be a part for in case of those that are not I couldn't watch this live. So we'll be talking about the topic better than money. That is what we're talking about. And the team is a good name. A good name. A good name. So let's just say thank you very much to all of you that have been joining both on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube. I can see the numbers on the screen, but maybe I'm missing out on some people's comments, especially those on TikTok. I might not able to see their comments because I'm doing it because of the part of the world where I am. I don't have access to every information that I need, just like I would do if I was in another part of the world. But this is to say thank you very much. So don't feel like I missed out on your comments. I can see some comments, okay, for some technical reasons. All right. Thank you very much. God bless you all. A big thank you to my personal assistant, Venus. A big thank you to my social media manager, Dami. A big thank you to all the media crew, Rebecca and Co. Thank you very much. Big thank you to all my friends. Very much appreciated. A big thank you to my mentors. Big shout out to my colleagues, and a special thank you to my wife, who is on a trip with me in China, and my children that are not here with me. A big thank you to all of you. I hope they're watching. I don't know where they're. What time it is in the UK now? It's almost 9 o'clock. Okay, I think it should be. What time is it here? It's 3 a.m. 3:42 a.m. in China. All right. So we're still doing this for you guys. Okay, let us know what your biggest takeaways are right now. Let us know what they are. Yeah, so next Sunday, come 7 p.m. UK time, we'll be discussing another topic called Inspire. All right, Inspire. That'll be our topic for next week, Sunday. So hopefully, less technicalities, and we can. I don't know what part of China will be in there, but I'll try to make this happen. Okay. All right. So remember that for 10 minutes, you can send me a DM or we can talk for 10 minutes. We can do your business or whatever it is. You can also download my free ebook, my paid ebook on my bio. There's a link on the bio. You can go there on the top and you can get that. If you want to join our community, send us a DM and you can be part of that. So whatever you do, take life in your own hands and control your time. I don't die average. I always say this. Don't forget that. Control your time. So yes, this live stream is sponsored by D6, the hair you love. So it's spelled D for Delta, hair, then U for umbrella, L for Lima, U for umbrella, V for Victor. The hair you love. Check them out, right? They sell premium wigs, attachments, and what have you. Check them out. The next is D610 Homes. Is our next sponsors. We do property development in Nigeria, property investment in United Kingdom, short lets in Nigeria, service accommodation in United Kingdom. Check them out. Then number 610 Homes. Send us a DM. If you got cash, you don't know what to do with it, we can work something out. All right. Thank you very much. Love family. Also, every Friday, Saturday, we bring out one episode or the other. Check those out. Good episodes. I think the one that is ought to have been out is work and life balance. So check that out. You go a long way. So as I bring this to a close, I want you to bear this in mind. If you don't hear anything, at least this is a rehash of the things that we shared. A good name outlasts every dollar you will ever hold. A good name outlasts every dollar you ever hold. Money dies with you, but your name speaks for generations. Don't fear that. Next thing I want you to bear in mind is character is the only currency that cannot be stolen or crushed. No thief touches your integrity. No recession touches your reputation. That's the second thing I want you to bear in mind. The third thing I want you to bear in mind as we wrap this up is trust is not bought. It's deposited daily through kept promises and honest words until your name alone becomes your contract. So bear that third thing. And the fourth thing and the final thing is stop chasing applause and start curating your legacy. Because long after your bank account is forgotten, your name will still be opening doors. So remember, I do this every Sunday, 7 p.m. UK time. to step dissatisfaction in you so that you can become all the things that you can be, but you have not yet become. I like the part of the Bible that says in Ecclesiastes chapter 7, I've seen servants on horses while princes walk on the ground like servants. Ensure that you're in the right place at the right time in your destiny and your life. Remember that whatever you do, like I always say, the wise always invest. Invest in whatever will make you have a good name. Invest in whatever will help you to have that thing that's more than money. And you can never ever go wrong. This is me saying thank you very much for the big support and always watching this. And I wrap this up by saying peace, Udo, and I'm out. God bless you. Have an amazing week. See you same time next week. Bye bye. Peace. Christ bless you all. Bye bye.